winter is warm and the air is sweet. The time is now, so no more delay. Come on and relax. Learn some Bahamian facts. Sit back, here we go, it's a Goombay day.
Goombay Kids! Welcome to Goombay Kids. I'm your host, Mara McCartney. Goombay Kids is a show about learning, interacting, and having fun. Made for kids, by kids, right here in the Bahamas. Today's theme is culture. Our Bahamian culture is colorful and strong. You can see our Bahamian culture in our language, our food, art, and celebrations, just like Junkanoo. I was born into both Bahamian culture on my father's side and British culture on my mother's. I love learning about my family's heritage on both sides of my family. The Bahamas is home to many different people from many different cultures. It's the combination of these cultures that make the Bahamas diverse and interesting. Today we'll be celebrating Bahamian culture in this episode of Goombay Kids. Today, Goombay Kids, I'm going to make a Goombay drum with my dad. Goombay is a form of Bahamian music that traditionally uses handmade goatskin drums. It's also the name of our show. Here's how we make it. First, we wash off the skin and get it all ready and smooth out. Then we find a good barrel that can work for our base of the drum. We can then take our washed drum skin and wring it out. The word Goombay has been around since the 19th century. The actual origins of this term is unknown, but it's believed to come from an African word meaning rhythm. Once the drum skin is ready, we stretch it over the top of the barrel. Then I help my dad hold the drum skin in place while he nails it to the barrel. We put the nails all around the top to keep the drum skin in place. Almost done, Goombay Kids. Wow, check out our new drum. After, you can paint it and decorate it however you want. My dad is teaching me how to play my new Goombay drum for the next Junior Junkanoo. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Goombay music and where our show's name comes from.
So we are here in the natural coppice forest here on Blue Lagoon Island.
Who knew we had a forest on our little island? Pretty crazy, huh? Who knows why it's important to take care of our trees and to have trees? What do trees do for us?
They produce oxygen.
Oxygen, yeah. What about shade? Can you imagine if we didn't have any natural shade, how hot it would be? They also provide food in some cases, and they provide food for us and for other animals. And so here is a list of some of the trees we have here, and some of you have already spotted some of the trees. I think this is a wild dilly above us. We think so. And somebody found, which one did you find?
7-year apple.
The 7-year apple is right over here. Yeah, because we have signs on most of the trees. So we've had a lot of babies, and in fact they are nesting again now. But they go deep in the forest to stay as far away from people as they can because they want it to be safe. And we have an osprey. We have one we call Ozzy.
I don't know. Why are fish so smart? They're like sailors. Because they go to school. Hi Goombay kids, I'm Goombay Kid Layla. Food is a big part of Bahamian culture. We are having a family barbecue today. Family barbecues are a great way to get together, catch up, and enjoy some good food and music. I am seasoning the bill fish fillet. It feels funny. Add some lemongrass from our garden to add flavor. My mom cuts into the middle of the fish fillet so we can add some lemongrass from our garden to add flavor. Then let it sit and marinate in the seasoning and turn it over a few times before we add it to the grill. Then we add it to the grill. Only an adult should do this part. We are grilling billfish, potatoes, steak, chicken, and ribs today. Yum! Once it starts to cook through, we turn it over to make sure it's cooked evenly on both sides. Wow, this smells so good! While that cooks, I'm going to enjoy some fresh crab my mom prepared. I find it fun to crack open the shells and eat the crab meat straight from it. So good! Thanks for joining our barbecue. I'm going to dig back in. See ya! So excited to share some safety tips with you. These are some do's and don'ts for staying safe around the house.
Don't play with electrical cords. Do play games with your siblings. Don't run around inside of the house. Do play tag in the yard. Don't touch the stove or oven. Do set the table for dinner. Don't drink or play with cleaning products. Do drink lots of water. Don't play with or use sharp objects like knives without an adult there to help you. Do play hide and seek with your brother and sister. Don't climb on top of the furniture. Do help your parents with the dishes.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We had lots of fun sharing these do's and don'ts with you. Bye, Goombay kids! Hi, Goombay kids. We're going to take you around downtown Nassau today. The island of New Providence is known for many of its pastel-colored British colonial buildings, tourist attractions, and resorts. This is Bay Street. Bay Street is the main shopping street here in the city of Nassau. We call it downtown. You can have a nice meal at the many restaurants that line the strip, or buy souvenirs and handmade straw bags at the straw market. There are many cruise ships that stop at Nassau, and tourists love to walk around Bay Street when they're here. There on our left is the British Colonial Hilton Hotel. Did you know that the royal family stays there on their visits to our island? And here's the Pirates Museum. You can learn all about the pirates that lived in the Bahamas at this awesome interactive museum. Two bridges connect the city of Nassau to Paradise Island. I love going over them. Most of the island is the Atlantis Resort, which has a super cool water park and marine habitat. But my favorite part is going to Cabbage Beach to play in the white sand and clear blue water. There's so much to do in downtown Nassau. Hope you enjoyed our tour of downtown Nassau.
Goombay kids, we are so excited to welcome the Executive Director of Culture for the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture, Rowena Sutherland. Hello, Director Sutherland.
Hi Mara, hi Goombay kids. Thanks so much for having me.
So as you know, Goombay Kids is a Bahamian show made for kids and by kids. As the Director of Culture, you work very closely with Bahamian kids. Can you tell us a bit more about your job as a director?
Well, as Executive Director of Culture, I have a very big job. I'm responsible for gathering information to help ministers create laws that will affect artists and creatives and those that work in culture. I'm also responsible for helping to protect our culture and teach everyone about what it means to be Bahamian and what truly Bahamian culture is.
Gosh, that's such important work, and it fits perfectly with our theme. Today our theme is culture. As someone with the word culture in their job title, we would love to know what culture means to you.
There are many interpretations of the word culture. And I think it's a very personal thing, Mara. There's your personal culture. Culture is how you communicate, how you interact, how you experience the world. There's your culture at home with your family, and there are cultures in the workspace for adults.
I didn't know culture could mean so many different things. Can you tell us a little bit about your cultural background and how you celebrate it?
My cultural background, well, I am 100% Bahamian, and I love to celebrate. I'm very expressive. I believe in family and fun and music and food, and that's how I live and express my culture.
Music and food go so well together. Sounds like you're a great person to celebrate Bahamian culture with. Can you tell us your favorite thing about being Director of Culture?
My favorite thing about being Executive Director of Culture is that I get to meet so many people, especially children. I get to travel to schools and I get to talk about our beautiful Bahamian culture. That's my favorite thing, Mara.
Well, thank you so much for coming here and talking about culture with us. What are some ways kids can get involved with your ministry and their communities?
I'm glad you asked that question, Mara. We have something called the E. Clement Bethel National Arts Festival that takes place from January through May of every year. It's changed a little bit because of COVID-19 in our world, but we're still looking for creative ways to engage young people. So we're going to have online programs. So that's the E. Clement Bethel National Arts Festival, where people get to perform in all kinds of art genres, from music to acting to poetry. And so we want everyone to take advantage of these opportunities. It's free and you get to compete and win some cool prizes. There's also our summer program that's coming up, which will take place from July 26th through August 21st. And in culture, we have acting, dancing, we have fine arts, we have culinary arts, so you get to learn how to cook and eat some really delicious food.
Wow, that's such a great opportunity for young performers. I myself am an aspiring actress and performer. You used to work a lot in the performing arts world before you became Director of Culture. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, Mara, I think you were one of my students before, and so I know how wonderful of an actor you are, and I wish you all every success in your future. I am also an actor for about 20 years. I established a company when I first moved back home called BAM, Bahamian Artist Movement, and we believe in empowering children to tell their stories and to become creative professionals. And so arts education is really important to me, and if I could, I would teach every child performance arts or arts education, because I think it helps you to become a well-rounded person. But that's really my background, working with children, working with adults to teach performing arts education.
Yes, you are an amazing acting teacher, and I'm so glad you're working to give even more people a chance to experience the performing arts world. What made you want to get involved in the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture and become Director of Culture?
Well, I want to share with all the Goombay kids, I never imagined that I would be an Executive Director of Culture. And I don't think I wanted to be, because I didn't know what that job was. But when I found out that I had an opportunity to work for my country and to help make a difference in my field, my passion, which is arts and culture, that's an opportunity that I don't think many people would want to pass up. And so I'm very honored to have this role. I'm very honored to hopefully make a difference in the world and in doing something I love.
That's so incredible. They made the right choice picking you for the job. Finally, we like to ask our guests this question. I'm 9 years old and I have a lot of dreams for my future. If you could go back in time and visit 9-year-old Rowena, what would you tell her?
Wow. If I could talk to 9-year-old Rowena, I would say, Rowena, you are weird, and it's okay. It's going to help you when you grow up. Laugh, love, continue to be who you are, and don't let anyone take away your joy, because you're going to do some great things, and it's okay.
I know you were talking to 9-year-old Rowena, but it really felt like you were talking to me. Director Sutherland, it has been a pleasure to have you on our show today and to talk to you about culture. Thank you for all that you do, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, Mara. Take care, Goombay kids.
Hi, Goombay kids. I'm the Vario. And I'm the Liam. We're from the beautiful island of Inagua. Come explore our island with us. Inagua is the southernmost island of the Bahamas. We're mostly known for our salt industry and our flamingos. But today, we're going to show you some of the fun things we do in our hometown of Machu Town. First, a little history.
This is the Inagua Lighthouse, built in the 1800s to guide vessels and to prevent shipwrecks.
This lighthouse stands at 113 feet tall, and it can see out 17 miles.
Now, let's go to the beach. My favorite thing about Inagua are our clear waters and sunshine. The weather here is nice and warm. It doesn't rain much, so almost every day is a beach day. Sandcastle building is one of my favorite beach activities when I'm not snorkeling or splashing around with my brothers. Sometimes, when we're snorkeling, we find really interesting shells or schools of fish to chase around. When we're bored or have a lot of energy, our mom takes us to Pigeon Park to run around and have fun. My brother and I like to have foot races to see who can run the fastest and the furthest. I win this round.
Yeah, I let you win.
Inagua is a beautiful and peaceful island. We're lucky to call it our home. Thanks for joining us. You should come down for a visit sometime. Bye, Goombay kids!
I had an amazing time learning about culture and having fun with you guys today. Today's episode was one of my favorites. I had such an amazing time being your host on Goombay Kids. Until next time, have a Goombay day. Bye!
Hey Goombay kids! Hope you like our videos. Subscribe to our channel to see more.